What's up, everybody? It's your real entrepreneur coach, Arthur J. Moore. And today, everyone, we're going to dive straight into Alphabet K. Alphabet K is keep accurate records, maintain detailed financials, and operations records. Again, Alphabet K is keep accurate records, maintain detailed financials, and operations records. Before we get started, everyone, I just want to talk to you about this alphabet, Alphabet K. Alphabet K is another alphabet that I went through a lot with. This is one of the reasons why I ended up on over $300,000 to the IRS. To even be honest with you, this is one of the ones that even when I got divorced, I ended up on more money and had to go back to court to prove that I didn't make as much money as my records said that I made. Is because of Alphabet K. Keep accurate records. Maintain detailed financials and operations records. Now, some of you may not agree with me, but deep down inside, you know that as a small business, a lot of us don't keep good records. A lot of us may make money more than we keep good records. And I say that a lot of times because we don't like to pay for CPAs. We don't like to pay for bookkeepers and things of that nature, especially when we get started. Especially when we're making 100,000, 200,000, 300,000. We think that we can keep all this stuff in par ourselves. We think we can do it all ourselves. So what we do is we neglect the fact that we need to have a bookkeeper. We neglect the fact that we need a POS system. We neglect the fact that we need a CRM system. We neglect these facts because we believe that we got it all together on our own. Well, guys, I'm going to talk to you a little bit today about Alphabet K. We're going to go over 4 topics, 4 points that I believe is going to be helpful to you in your keeping good records today. Now, again, some of you may say, I don't need to keep good records. Some of you may deep down inside and say, hey, look, you know what? I do need to keep good records. Let me just be honest and let me just listen to Alphabet K about keeping good records. Now, like I told you before, it's a couple of these alphabets that really took me through the ringer. Hiring people just because, paying family and friends and not looking for people that are professional, people who are qualified for the position. We talked a little bit about networking. Mine was joining industry associations. And now K. These are some of the things that I went through that I'm honestly opening up, talking to you about. These are alphabets that I went through that I studied now, and I'm able to bring it to you to help you because not only I studied, I lived it. Alphabet K, guys, keep accurate records. As I was talking to you about a few minutes ago about the story when I ended up owing $300,000 to the IRS. Real quickly, the IRS audited me. It was my time to be audited for whatever reason. Why I was audited, I had 2 different cases with the IRS. I had one for due diligence. I ended up beating that case. When I ended up beating that case, they ended up auditing me back 4 years. Now, all my docs was good. All my reconciliation was good with my books in my bank. But guess what, guys? I did not have my receipts. Some of you guys may know this story. And because I did not have my receipts to match every transaction in my bank account, guess what they did? They disallowed it. They disallowed every receipt that I did not have to match the transactions in my bank account, causing me to owe close to $300,000 or a little over $300,000. So I had to pay what? Out of pocket, a lot of money to my lawyer to get that situation rectified. All right. Now, why was that? Because I did not what? Keep accurate records. Even though I could say, oh, my records was tight. Oh, my bookkeeping was tight. Oh, this was good when it came to my reconciliation. Yeah, all that sounds good. But at the end of the day, if it was all the way tight, I would not have been owing the IRS anything. Are you guys with me? All right. Same thing when I got divorced. If my books was really tight, I wouldn't have to come back to court to prove that I didn't make all that money. If I would have had all my records tight in the very beginning, I wouldn't have to pay my lawyer again to go back to court to prove to the courts that I didn't make all that money and all that money did not come to my pocket if the records was on point, if the records was all the way tight. Are you guys with me? All right. All right. So let's go ahead, excuse my background a little bit, guys, but let's dive deep. I came up with 4 points, and those 4 points, guys, is keeping accurate records. Number one, we're going to talk a little bit about good records, and we're going to talk a little bit about tracking records. And last but not least, we're going to talk about reliable records. Reliable records. Okay? Again, guys, we're talking about alphabet K. Keep accurate records. Keep accurate records. Maintain detailed financials and operations records. Okay, guys? Alphabet K is very important, so we're going to take just a little bit of time with alphabet K because I want to make sure that we all get alphabet K and we all use alphabet K correctly. All right, guys. So let's touch on number one, accurate records. Keep your finances clear. Know where your money going at a glance. The only way you know where your money is at with a glance is you have to have a profit and loss. You have to have a profit and loss sheet that you're pulling down every month. A profit and loss records that you're pulling down every month, so that you could see where your money is going. Profit and loss allows you to see how much you're spending. Profit and loss allows you to see how much you are making. Okay, now, but the only way for you to have a true profit and loss means you have to have what? You have to have bookkeeping. You have to have some sort of accounting software put in place, whether it be QuickBooks, whether it be a company called Waves. Now, look into that. It's called Waves Accounting. That's a good beginner's accounting software that you can use that will do everything for you, and it don't have a lot of fees associated with it, and it is user friendly. Okay, Waves or QuickBooks, and there's more accounting softwares out there, but the point of the matter is you need to have some sort of accounting software or a bookkeeper in order for you to make sure that you can keep your finances clear and know where your money is going at a glance. You should automatically know how much you made in a month, how much you spent. If somebody tell you, is you in the red, is you in the green, these things that you should know how to, these are questions that you should know how to answer. Yeah, my company is in the green, my company is in the red. This quarter, we made 30% more than last quarter. This quarter, we lost 30% than what we made last quarter. These numbers you should know at a glance. You should be able to look at your profit and loss statement and say, hey, look, you know what? This month we're down 10%. This month we spent this much money in marketing. We spent this much money in supplies. We spent this much money in postal. We spent this much money in employing people. We spent this much money in hiring people to just do contracted jobs. You should know your money at a glance. You shouldn't, somebody shouldn't be able to say, okay, well, how much you made this month? You'd be like, man, I don't even really know. And you don't even have a bookkeeper to reference to, or to talk to about how much you made, or you don't even have a POS system in place or accounting system in place to even go back to see. You're just making money and spending money, but you don't know how much money you're making, and you don't know how much money you're spending, so you can't even answer the question. You're lost. If you are lost today and you're hearing me say this, then you need to understand alphabet K. Keep accurate records. Honestly, if you're listening to me right now and you don't know how much you're making in a month, you need to really pay close attention to alphabet K. Keep accurate records. Because if you continue to go that way, then your business is going to continue to go down. And even if you don't have a business, you want to start understanding how to keep accurate records in the very beginning before you start your business. Because if you keep accurate records in the beginning, you don't have to go backwards to fix a problem that occurred because you did not do alphabet K. Keep accurate records. All right. So again, guys, we just talked about topic number one, point number one, keep your finances clear, know where your money is going at a glance. Again, you should know it. Bam, just like this, you should know it. If you don't know it, you should be able to pick up the phone, call your accountant, bam, know it. Hey, send me down a profit and loss statement. Send me down a profit and loss report. You should be able to have your fingers on the post or wherever you can get that glance at to prove whatever you need to prove, or to get whatever you need to get, or show whatever you need to show when it comes to your finances. If you cannot do that, then you need to start thinking about, how can I keep accurate records? All right, and you start keeping accurate records by getting yourself a accounting software. Log your banking account up to your accounting software. Stop spending cash. Let your accounting software track down everything. Stop commingling. Stop taking your personal money and putting it in your business, and taking your business money and putting it in your personal. No, take your business money and put it in your business account, and then take your personal money and put it in your personal account. Whatever you make from your business, take it from your business and deposit it into your personal, and then let your accounting software show all of the transactions. And then at the end of the month, all you have to do is just push one button for a profit and loss report. But now here's the thing, it's so hard for us to do that because it's called discipline. And a lot of us don't have discipline like that, so that's why it's so hard for us to do that. When once we get money in our hand, the first thing we do, we either keep it in our pocket, or it goes into our personal account, or if it go into our business account, we don't have no records of why it went in there. We don't have no records of what job it came off of. We don't have no records of what invoice it came off of. It just goes in there, and then when it goes into the business bank account, it goes out, and it just comes in and out, in and out. One of my mentors told me, your finances is like a front door and the back door, and both doors is wide open. It comes in the front door and goes straight out the back door. So the only way you can do that is you got to be able to shut the back door, so you can start keeping the money inside of the place where it's supposed to be at, and then you be able to push it out the back door accordingly to how it's supposed to be pushed out the back door. Some of it may need to go back out the front door, if you understand what I'm saying. All money is not good money. That's a whole nother topic. Okay, but again, guys, what I want you to really understand right now is you need to know how to look at your money with just a glance. And if you don't have a tracking device, if you don't have an accounting software, or if you don't have a bookkeeper, I advise you to get a bookkeeper. Okay, start looking to getting an accountant. Accountant's going to cost you more than a bookkeeper. Bookkeeper's going to cost you more than accounting software. So based upon how much money you're making, you want to have at least one of those three. Depend on how much money you're making and how much time you have. All right. When you're just getting started, you want to have yourself a good accounting software. All right. And again, remember what I said, you want to make sure that that software is reading your bank account, and you want to make sure all your business transactions going through that business bank account is for your business, and that your personal be for your personal. And then that accounting software will track everything that it needs to track. All right. Or you can have a bookkeeper that already have accounting software set up for you. Or you can have an accountant. Again, it's all based upon the level you are at in your business and the level you are at when you start your business. But you need to have some sort of accounting software in place so you can understand how to look at a glance of your income. All right, guys, let's go to the next point. Point number 2, good records. Good records equals what? Good records equals stress-free tax time. No last minute hunting for receipts. Good records equals to stress-free tax time. No last minute hunting for receipts. Like I just talked to you guys before. If I would have had good records, no matter how tight I thought my records was, they was not good enough, because the IRS still wanted to see the matching receipts to go to the transactions in the banking account. Now, guess what? I'm saying something to some of you guys that's already in business that may not know this. Some people may be like, hey, I got my business bank account. Everything is running through my business bank account. That's good. But if you get audited, they want to see the receipts to match the transactions. And a lot of times, if you don't have those receipts to match the transactions, guess what they're going to do? They're going to disallow those transactions. I'm letting you know right now. Been there, done that. I've been there, I've done that. So you want to start keeping your receipts. Now, some of you may be saying, okay, well, how am I start keeping all them paper receipts? All right. So here's the thing. you don't have to keep all the paper receipts. What you want to do is there's another system out here in those accounting softwares that you can actually snap a picture of the receipt so the receipt don't get old. Okay, you can scan a picture of the receipt, put it inside of the software, and put it inside a folder inside that software for that month's receipts, that year's receipts, and those receipts never get old. Then you can take the paper receipts and do what? Throw them away. But you have to keep those receipts in order to match your transactions. That's called good records, because that's where I went wrong there. That's called good records. All right? That's good records, making sure that you're stress-free when tax time comes and you're not looking for no last-minute receipts. Okay? Again, I own a tax company, and I see this all the time. At the end of the year, as soon as tax season comes, people wanting to file their business, but they don't really have receipts. So at that time, they're looking for last-minute receipts, trying to come up with receipts so they can offset all this money that they owe to the IRS because of the money they pay for their business. But you should have been doing that all during the year, every quarter. So when tax time comes, you're stress-free. So when you start a business, go ahead and have good records in the very beginning. Go ahead and have accurate records in the very beginning, and you don't have to worry about knowing how to glance at your finances and know exactly what's going on. You won't have to worry about being stressed because you don't know where the receipts at, and the IRS want the receipts, and if you don't have the receipts, guess what they're going to do? They're going to disallow it. All right, let's go to the next point, guys. Number 3, tracking records. Now, I call tracking records is your operation, tracking your operation records. Okay, some of you may be saying, well, how do you track your operations records? It helps spot business trends, see what money is making, see what's making money and fix what's not. Listen to me now. Tracking records help spot business trends, see what's making money, and fix what's not. That's number 3, tracking records. Tracking records, you're able to track what your operation is doing financially. You're able to look at your books and say, okay, financially, my operation is making money from Google, or my operation is making money from Facebook, or my operation is making money from TikTok, or my operation is making money from printing, my operation is making money from guerrilla marketing. But you'll be able to see where your money is being made through your operation, and you will know where you can continue to put money at. And then you can look at it as well and say, okay, well, my business is not making money from over here. What can I do to fix it so it can make money from over here? Okay, it may even be into if you're a contractor, it may be into into the level of skill of work that you do. And you may say, okay, well, why I'm not producing in this area? You may be a digital marketer. You may be saying, okay, but why I'm not producing in this area, but I'm producing in this area. See, operations tracking allow you to track your operations income and where it's coming from so you can know how to fix it and know where to keep on saturating to make it continue to grow. But if you don't know how to track your operations income, then again, you're just running business. You're just running business and don't even know how your operation is operating. You have to know how to track your operations. Same thing, just like how you have an accountant to track your accurate records. You have an accountant to check, make sure you got good records, whether it's accounting software. You want to have a software in place, even if it's built into the same software, where it can track your operations records. Again, you want to always attach where did that client come from. When a client call or a client come in through the internet or a lead come in, you always want to have a section in there, say, how was you referred? So they can say Google, they can say Facebook, they can say TikTok, they can say print, they can say telephone book, radio commercials, however way they want to say it, it's on there. So you can track that device. You can track and see how much money came in from each one of those areas. All right, you can track and see, okay, well, I make more money because I'm in the construction business. I make more money putting in windows than I make building, remodeling bathrooms, or vice versa. Whatever business you're in, you're able to track based upon that job and what that job do. Oh, how much. If you have a product, or how much product is selling, and why is that product selling so good? Why is that product not selling good? You have to have the operations. Listen now, operations tracking record. All right, you have to have operations tracking records so that you can understand how your operation is operating when it comes to marketing and the functionalities of the operations and how the functionalities is making money and not making money. So you can know what to fix and what not to fix. All right, so that's number 3, tracking records. The whole point of this, of what I'm trying to get you guys to understand is K is so important because you got to keep accurate records. Because if you don't keep accurate records, it's going to come back and it's going to hurt you. Like I always say, in business, there's 3 things that I can say that we always fall short on: marketing, accounting, and taking care of our taxes. Marketing, bookkeeping, and accounting, and taking care of our taxes. If we can keep accurate records on those 3, all right, everything's going to work fine. And then number 4 is operations. Having a tracking device on your operations. Okay, them 4 things in place, guys. Okay, not 3, but those 4. Those 4 is in place, guys. You're going to see why you're not making money. You're going to see why you are making money. And you're going to see how to make it better in every way possible because you are keeping good records, accurate records in all of those areas that I'm talking to you about. All right, guys, last but not least, reliable records. Reliable records, it does what? Protect you in audits or disputes. No guesswork, just facts. Reliable records protect you in audits or disputes. No guesswork, just facts, guys. You understand what I'm saying? It's just facts. Just like I talked to you guys about when I was in court. Okay, when I was in court, when I had got divorced. Accurate records, it would protect me from audits or disputes. It was a dispute about how much money I made. But if my records had been good, guess what? It would have been facts. It would have been no guesswork. It would have been plain and simple. Hey, this is how much you made. This is how much you're going to get. Plain and simple. I wouldn't have to go back and get all the paperwork, get all the bank accounts, and do all that type of stuff. It's just facts. It's just facts. Numbers are not going to lie. Numbers not going to lie. I remember somebody telling me, hey, you can lie, he can lie, she can lie, everybody can lie, but numbers don't lie. 1 + 1 is 2, 2 + 2 is 4. Numbers don't lie. All right? So here's another one. Keep reliable records. Protect you in audits. When I got audited, no matter how tight I thought my books was when it came to reconciliation with my bank, because I did not have those receipts to match those transactions, guess what it was called? Not good records. I don't care how much I thought they was good, they were not good, and that's why I got audited all that money. I had to pay all that money to a lawyer to help me get all that stuff back in order. So guys, it's so important that you do what? Alphabet K. Keep accurate records in the very beginning. And if you're already an existing business and you find yourself in this area, hopefully I said something to you that can help you go back in there and dig deep and make some changes so you can get your records in order. So that you can maintain detailed financials and operations records. Hopefully, guys, I've said something to you in this alphabet that can help you start your business successfully. And hopefully I said something in this alphabet that can help you in your current business do better. Thank you again for joining your Real Entrepreneur Coach, Arthur J. Moore. And until the next alphabet, see you then.